In 2018, when I was 14 years old, I went and created a pretty bad game. And after uploading and removing it from Steam, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that has never been done before. And I wanted to take a step back from making original games since my first one failed badly. At the time, I was a fan of Attack on Titan. And after getting the Vive headset and checking if anyone has ever done it before, I created the first Attack on Titan VR experience, and I made a video showcasing it. Even though all the visual assets were downloaded and the gameplay was very simple, it blew up, getting a couple of thousand views. It's small now, but at the time it was huge for me, as I had like hundreds of people who wanted to play something that I created. So I decided to throw together a simple game and have people play it. That was pretty much the starting point for me in game development. Since then, Attack on Titan VR went through a lot of changes. In the beginning, I was inexperienced, and I promised way too many things that I couldn't do. Additionally, the games got even more popular, with YouTubers such as Node playing it. It gained over 1 million views, and I gained a very large fan base. Honestly, I do regret making the game at the time, as my inexperience in development, as well as the pressure I felt from not wanting to let people down, pushed me into burnout. I didn't want to continue working on the game because nothing was being done. So I decided to create a separate VR fan game based off another series I enjoyed, Five Nights at Freddy's. It was pretty small and also bad, but it got popular and led to me creating multiple FNAF fan games, which caused me to lose focus on Attack on Titan VR. I still wanted to continue the game, but I couldn't do it myself. So after I gained a lot of fans, thanks to Node, I decided to ask them for help. Those individuals are some of the most talented people I've met, and I cannot thank them enough for all the help and support they have provided. Many have joined and left through the 5 years of the game's history, but those who stayed, Hammy, Christian, Rain, Nemo, Zad, you have all been such a major part in development. Even those who joined later, such as TJ, Destiny, Akame, Titan, Travs, and many others, too many for me to list, I cannot express how thankful I am to have met you all. We were able to create a cohesive game plan, planning for 3 major updates. The first on player movement and control, the second on multiplayer and PvP, and the third one, which would have been on Titans and player versus the Titans. We were even able to release the very first update, and we rebranded ourselves to Attack on Reality. I really enjoyed the time I spent working with you all. However, I'm sorry to say that Update 1 will be the only thing released. At the time of recording this, Kodansha, the copyright holders of Attack on Titan, has contacted another Attack on Titan VR fan game that was released in 2020, Attack on Quest. The reason for this is due to its large player base and how it can negatively affect the upcoming official Attack on Titan VR game, Unbreakable. While I'm not going to discuss the details of this, Kodansha does not permit any fan games of its property. This is a common thing among companies, and previous Attack on Titan related fan games have been taken down. It is something that I've always expected from my games, and it is a risk when creating fan games. While Update 2 has been in development for 2 years, with a lot of its assets being completed, I've decided to cancel the full development of Attack on Reality. With the state of the game, it will take a while for it to finish, and by that time, Unbreakable will release. I'm not going to talk about my expectations of the reception for that game, but coupled with Kodansha's stance on fan games, it is most likely that Attack on Reality would be taken down eventually, most likely within the year. I'm sure most people expected this, but I want to apologize to everyone who waited for its release. Development has been long, and with how much time was taken by the FNAF fan games I've made, progress was slow, and it is my fault for not prioritizing Attack on Reality. For now, I will be keeping Update 1 on its usual game pages. Linked to this video will be a post containing progress images of everything that has been made for Update 2. It will also be going over how Update 2 and Update 3 would play out. I created a Patreon, mainly to support multiplayer servers for Update 2, as well as pay the people who have helped me. I will be shutting it down, and the small amount gained from it will be split among the team. I'll be switching to a different donation system, such as Buy Me a Coffee, for small one-time donations. Those will be used for paying the people who helped me with my Five Nights at Freddy's VR fan games, as well as support any future projects I make. Through these 5 years, it has been tough. I sometimes regret choosing to create these games because I always fear disappointing people if I can't finish the game. Yet the time I have spent interacting with hundreds of different people who came together thanks to my games, I do not regret at all. They were honestly really fun times, and I wish I could go through them again. Thanks to Attack on Reality, I was able to meet very wonderful people. I'm sorry again that this is how it ended, but thank you all for the support and the time spent.